its way out. Oh yeah, dude, it's hanging, bud.
Where's the rest of that joist there?
She's gone, bro.
Good morning, new job here. We're out, we're doing a fortress steel. We got some terrain we're dealing with and likely some large boulders. This, we clearly have an unsafe structure, okay? We have pressure treated lumber that's rotted out. We have hangers that are falling off the building. Then on the other side, we have a single beam, not even nearly to code, and we also have no hangers on this side. Very dangerous. Another thing I want to point out, while there is a ledger flashing, the flashing is aluminum and you can clearly see that it is failing. And the reason that is because they used an aluminum flashing on a copper treated lumber. So you have galvanic corrosion occurring. And like an aluminum flashing, depending on moisture, on copper treated lumber will rot in a matter of a few years. It's a temporary solution, it will not last, but this is our next patient. We're gonna rip this down and replace it with steel. So let's get rolling, let's get this thing demoed down, and let's get some posts up. No more wood, no more wood, no more wood.
Oh yeah, brother.
Timber!
On this week's project, the Raven Builders, Kevin finds rot. Will he fix it? Or will we close down shop?
I want to check what's going on with this.
Digging this one out?
Yeah, I'd like to dig the edge of it out and see what we're dealing with here, because it obviously has a little bit of erosion on this hillside, but you see this big boulder over here? It's massive. Yeah. This one's massive. So I'd like to dig this out and check it. I'm not really too concerned with these. I think it'll still be the same thing because we obviously have a massive boulder here. Although this deck is framed horribly, it's standing correct. You know, I don't see any signs of frost heave, and I don't see any signs of settling on these footings. So I think it's probably the only thing they did right was pour these footings to frost grade, or they're pinned into big boulders. And if that's the case, if it's all giant rocks underneath this, which it really does look like, as long as the footing is under frost, it's not going anywhere. Is the terrain we are working with. $38 3/4, so we'll get our first one, this first post. I'm gonna dial that in to our laser. And we're 45 1/4. So we're gonna be 45 1/4 plus 38 3/4 is 84. Is that right? That's what I said, right? It was.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have it on camera. We'll check, we'll roll that tape. 84. Chaz says it was 74, but he didn't carry the 1. You gotta carry the 1. Yep, spread them. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh? Once we get it up there, we can really pull square. I got 94. All right, so we got the sidewall repaired. We got some G-tape, acrylic flashing tape on that sidewall. We like an adhered membrane to that plywood. And then we're gonna cut our S-ledger. Then we're gonna place our flashing on top. You can see we have a drip cap below where the S-ledger is gonna go. Then we're gonna go with a ledger flashing above it, like a 90-degree flashing on top. And then we'll bring a new piece of siding paper and tape the door over that flashing. You're gonna see how easy it is to put this system together. It's just a whole different ball game. And this S-ledger right here can carry up to 200 pounds per square foot load, which is 4 times the code requirement, including 4x dead weight and 4x live load. So not only is it mega strong, but it assembles really easy because these guys are about to take out their joist brackets, and you'll see how they just knock right into the back of the S-ledger. So what we're gonna do is, this is gonna be the bottom of our joist right here, all right? So this will be the bottom of our drop beam, 11 inches below the joist, okay? Now, we always wanna have like a little bit of fall off the house. I just don't want the deck to be proud. I don't care if it's dead flat, but things happen. There's little bits of space in between the post and the beam and the joist. So we're gonna come down. We're gonna leave a little bit of room. He was like 10 and 15, but we're gonna go like 10. We're gonna go like 11 and 1/8. Just gonna give ourselves. That's gonna be where I'm gonna now. From my benchmark, we're gonna go 38 and 3/4. So what we do is, that's my offset. My offset is 38 and 3/4. Okay. 38 and 3/4. So whatever I have from this laser to that post bracket, I add 38 and 3/4, and that's the measurement of my post. That's my post height. 50. It really does go up fast, Brandon. So fast that he can't even hand it to us in time.
I'm usually pretty good, but I was trying to...
Playing around, dude. Come on, get out of the woods. What are you doing, dude? Playing hide and seek in there? No. You gotta do it from here.
You're never gonna learn.
Come on, in here. Oh, now I got it. That was mean. Just so we see it.
Dude, I'm usually pretty good at tossing
One more
stuff
time.
up.
Show him one more time. Zach, are you paying attention?
Oh, 1 sec, ready?
Hold on. All right, can you just text that to me?
So you can free that one up on the bottom, and just clamp it to that post.
Okay.
Take this pin one out.
It's money. It's money.
the old barrel, and the drill top. Oh, there's a nudge. That's what you gotta do. If you drive these clips with just your little fucking tries, dude, you know what I mean? So I placed the barrel, top of the drill, dude. Let's let it work. Just hang out. Sometimes I'll close my eyes, take a little snooze.
These guys are all set on the decking. Just let them ride. Nobody even needs me anymore. I should go find another job. We're gonna come out 100. All right, so we're gonna do a concrete landing here. Just because there's plans for them to possibly raise the grade of this yard. So I'm gonna do one rise up to a concrete landing. I'm gonna elevate my steel on top of that. So in order to have a landing at the bottom of the stairs, it needs to be 3 feet out from the final tread to the face. So what we'll do is I'm actually going to do one rise with my landing, and then if they want to raise this grade down the road, they can raise it flush to the concrete. So then they'll just be like a flush concrete landing with like grass up to the edge of it, 3 by 4, and then go up the stairs. So what we're going to do is we have 77 inches to finish decking to grade. So that's 11 7-inch rises. Now we're gonna have one rise because the stair will drop down to the first step. The deck will drop down the first tread. So that's 1. And then we're gonna have one rise from our concrete pad. It's 2. So we're gonna have 9. So 90 inches out. I'm making a marker here. Come around, this is my 90. Okay. So this is stringer base. This will be the front of my stringer. It'll be plumb down from here, or you could drop a plumb bob. That'll be the corner of my stringer. So I need my landing to be 3 feet out from there, and we'll go like 1 foot back. Probably not a full 1 foot. I'll get my plumb cut on the bottom of that. This is the bracket spacing for each one, and we're laying it out on all the stringers because then we can just line it up. So you can see that we get this little diagram here. If you want to go, we just punch it in. It tells us what holes we want to use for the bracket. So it's going to be 2L, 4R. So we're putting them in the triangle in that lower circle. And then it tells you that the bracket spacing is 9 15/16. All right, now it gave us the plumb cut. That's that plumb cut up there, X1. That's 35.22 degrees. So I cut that plumb cut on all of them, even that up. Then I take my bracket spacing and I do plus equals equals equals, and I lay it out. And then I square it across all the stringers because it just makes it easier than measuring the spacing on each individual bracket. So now that we got that set up, we get our layout done. We're not going to cut the bottom yet. We're going to put it together, then we'll cut the bottom. So it's going to go right here. If you plumb down from this, it's going to be even with this inside edge. That way the concrete is flush with the outside of this framing. So day 2 over here, we got our decking down, picture frame is done, everything's cut in. Zach has started to install our railing posts, and we've poured our stair pads. So stair pad is poured and finished, and we've assembled our stair stringers and put them together. So we'll be back Tuesday, we'll throw our trays on, get our treads into production, get our railing in place with some graspable handrail, and we're gonna be all set. So we'll wrap this thing up Tuesday. We'll be 3 days over here. Project's looking perfect. So hit that sub button and drop us a comment. What's up? Let's get, come on, feed us. Feed us, we're hungry. All right, day 3 on this one. We're gonna be working on the stairs today. Zach's working on the railing. Our goal is to get this wrapped up today and get out of here. We gotta go to Long Island tomorrow for a carousel job, so we're in pretty good shape. We gotta get all of our, we're gonna do a waterfall detail, so stay tuned on that. And then as Zach gets his railing wrapped up, we gotta get these treads on so we can get the stair railing done, and then it's clean up and get out of here, so stick with us.
Because the stairs I'll be using last. So we get these laid out, staged, and then we clean up.
You want to just hold it in place, flat up against the fence. This will help you pin it, but it's good to just keep your hand on it and just go really slow. You know, about, you know, not too slow, but you don't want to just jam it right through it because you'll break the bit. This PVC glue makes a nice solid bond. It's like a mixture of a CA glue and a solvent PVC weld, so it sets up really quick, but then it has a really strong bond, like 24 hours you can, actually 5 minutes you can stand on it. It'll hold my weight. People always ask me if the miters will stay tight with expansion contraction. The answer is maybe. Probably. Typically. Nothing's guaranteed in life, you know. We do the best we can, that's what we do. 4-foot tread. Even if this was the most expanding and contracting material in the industry, it would only move like a 1/16. You know, another thing is, a lot of people say, well, how much is your temp swing? I have 100-degree season. Well, we have 100-degree seasonal temp swings too, but if you heat this board up to 1,000 degrees, it's not going to grow to be 30 feet long. There's only so much thermal movement capability from a material. And I would say that even traditional composite decking is going to expand and contract the most from like that 50 to 70 degree mark. That's why in the summertime, when you put a picture frame on or something in the sun, and then the next morning, it's still July, the next morning it got shade and dew overnight and it shrunk like a 1/4 inch. That's it. That's all that board is really ever gonna, just because it's gonna be 0 degrees that winter, it's not gonna shrink another 1/4 inch. That's it. You've reached the capability of that board's thermal movement. Like tight, if it said like tight miters on it, and he's like, all right, so you're gonna do a bead of glue just in the middle. Just a thin bead, you don't want it squeezing out. Throw a little spray on the top. Align that edge. And then push it down. Oh, get it to push down flat, you know. You don't want it to sit square like that. right, Shane's back here washing it down. Always want to put a rinse. This thing is looking beauty. Love it. I mean, just something about that modern fusion in nature just looks absolutely so good. But yeah, nice steel frame. We got the waterfall detail on the steps. Loving it. Looks good. We're off to Long Island. We got a special project tomorrow and Thursday, so good to get this thing wrapped up today. The boys stuck it out. Another steel frame in the books, another deck in the books. Let's go. Sub the channel, like the video, leave a comment, hook us up. If you find any of this of any value, humor, or you just think, hey, might want to see these guys once again, click the button.